conversations going on.
You'll be okay.
Jeez, Bentley.
What do we have next? We have another title match.
Shawn Adams, of course, has called this the Canadian Providence title.
Providence, not Providence.
Oh, Providence.
That's a place in Rhode Island.
Providence is what he thought.
He's Canadian.
Reigns gave him Providence to declare himself king.
That's Providence.
Hated and outdated. Hot shot.
He's not outdated. He is not outdated.
Kyle gets more dates than he does.
Kyle's 5.
Lay off the hardware.
Once again, the big boss Michael Powell is out
Last
here.
month, that man and another man did unspeakable things to the poor little computer we had sitting out here, which is why we don't have any commentary for the last show.
No, because I wasn't here to grace you with my presence.
My God, I think I just gave myself an aneurysm.
And these people here in Williamston just don't respect Hot Shot Shawn Adams.
Hot Shot appears to have extra camera people here. I didn't know that they done it. Hot Shot was a friend of the,
You see, Hot Shot has a very own fan club, of which I organized. Hot Shot is very big in Canada.
Very big in Canada.
Hey. Somebody wait unknown?
The Violator. The Violator? Who the hell is the Violator?
The Violator? Is the Hornet coming back? Wait a minute.
It's the Violator!
What was this?
Oh my God, he almost took out our table!
He almost took out a step!
The Violator!
The Violator? There are so many violations with this guy.
He violated Shawn Adams right out of the ring!
A virtual unknown to this crowd, but they're going insane for it.
They're going crazy for the Violator. Shawn Adams giving security a hard time.
Well, I don't think he's giving security a hard time as he is the bald guy in the front row there.
Hot shot Shawn Adams, accompanied by Michael Powell, the Big Boss.
I already said that, Max.
How many people does Big Boss have in his stable?
Their last count was 150.
150?
150.
Well, I hope he doesn't bring them all to crew.
They're in talks.
They're in talks.
Yes.
A company run rampant by the likes of the vile Michael Powell.
Yes.
And the Violator raves to the crowd.
Apparently, I thought it was maybe two. Who's the Violator?
The guys with the cowboy hats. You think the Violator is one of the Texas Outlaws in disguise? He could be. He very well could be, but he moves kind of quick.
He does. He's got a smaller.
I haven't seen the Outlaws move that quick except for when they're going to feed.
Well, I went to a buffet once with Lawless and Hank Cartwright. Well, Hank Cartwright just put on the feed bag, and Lawless ran rampant on the buffet. I didn't get to eat anything.
I imagine so. If Lawless was like running on the buffet, that'd be kind of nasty. And the crowd, letting Shawn Michaels know they don't appreciate his Canadian heritage.
No, they're just reminding him of where he is. And you see this lovely decoration that Shawn Adams gave to this belt?
God, ladies and gentlemen, he desecrated the Southern States title.
I don't think he desecrated it. He just made it a little better. Because you see down here in the south,
We're backwards here. We're totally backwards.
we are not backwards.
We're backwards.
Well, it does say,
Oh, this doesn't work for text, does it?
no.
Texting, $3.95 a minute. The Violator.
I don't think
Shawn
it's
Adams
fit,
up
buddy.
against the ropes.
But I'll let you hold it. There you go.
Shawn Adams taking his time. Violator said, come on, let's run a marathon, baby.
I think, you see, Shawn Adams is just trying to pace himself.
Face himself as the champion.
That's why he gets to set the pace.
Lion Man is a virtual unknown. Steps into the ring, and he's got Hotshot Shawn Adams almost sweat
Shane, Shawn, what?
Hotshot Shawn Adams.
Okay. Just making sure you know
If you take your teeth out like me, I'll give you some slack.
you can take your teeth out.
The Violator dropping a quick leg drop down on that arm. He's got it locked in. He's going to try and submit Shawn Adams early.
Well, you see, Shawn's too smart for this. You see, he's just resting.
He's resting.
He's resting.
How they do it in Canada.
Yes. Yes. You remember the night Shawn Adams went under the ring? He was resting.
I remember that
He
night.
was resting.
That night ended up getting Move of the Year for some reason.
It did. And that was the move of the year. And Shawn Adams is a superstar of the year.
Well, he's a superstar, all right. I'm sure you'll be able to find him in the newest edition of the potty training videos.
No, not the potty training videos. I've heard that he is a guest spot on Dora the Explorer.
Oh, by the mask, takes the Violator, slams the back of his head down into the mat. See how he's trying to demask the masked man.
This is under Canadian province rules. Because he is the Canadian province champion. So that's completely legal.
Violator gets himself together, pulls up his pants, unlike the cameraman that's walking around.
Well, you know, here in Williamston, things are more accepted.
Big Boss Michael Fowl guarding that bottled water like it's sacred nectar of the gods.
Why do you always have to give a Big Boss a hard time? What has the Big Boss done to you?
Well, he's so soft, I'm trying to make him hard.
You know, Max, I've heard things about you.
I bet you have. And the Violator says, hey, Mr. Boss, I found your briefcase. I know you've been looking for it. Big Boss says, come on, man. It's my briefcase, thank you. Violator says, you're welcome. And he goes back and ready to violate Hotshot Shawn Adams.
I've never heard the Violator talk. Where did you get all that?
Body language.
Body language.
Oh,
And a veteran move.
Hotshot.
A veteran move.
Hotshot
by
Shawn
Hotshot Shawn Adams.
Stealing one of Vinny Vane's.
Who?
One of Vinny Vane's.
Who?
One of Vinny Vane's. Vinny Vane's. That did moves. The kick of Mister coming back into the ring move.
Well, has he copyrighted that move?
Kind of like the Tonga Kid did back in 1386 or something or other. I don't know.
Was that AD or BC?
And Hotshot there trying to demask the Violator,
Well,
choking
you
him.
see,
with his
everybody
little
wants to
banana.
know who this Violator is.
I bet they do.
And he needs to pull his pants up again.
Violated by the Violator.
Because that's just violating right there.
Who violated you with
That's a lot of violation.
Is it a moving violation? Right now it's a standing violation and a falling violation.
I'm scared that his pants are going to fall off and everybody's going to be violated.
We may be. Shawn Adams just with knees relentless to the forehead of the Violator.
He relented. It's okay.
Now he relents.
Well, and
1, 2, and Violator kicks
that
out.
was a slow count by the ref. Shawn
Are
Adams
you trying to say the rest slow?
Yes.
You sure do have a lot of opinions about other people.
I'm allowed to have my opinion back.
That doesn't count.
It does.
You can't be racist just because you're a racist.
There's no. Who said I was racist?
Towards young people.
That would mean I'm racist towards me.
You are.
I'm not.
1, 2,
Little lackadaisical.
Violator kicks out.
That was a little lackadaisical cover by Shawn Adams there.
Hey,
A? You want me to say A after everything?
Shawn Adams using those ropes. Got a hold of the bottom rope, squeezing the Violator's head against the top, the middle rope. Excuse me.
Well,
now Michael Powell choking Violator.
He's not choking
He
him.
is choking him. Okay, the rope's choking him. Michael Powell's helping him.
And
Down to the back. Whatever that's called.
I don't know what that's called, Max.
The straddle ladder.
The straddle rattle. Big elbow drop.
Elbow drop.
Again.
Another elbow drop.
Third
And
elbow drop.
right into the throat.
That wasn't the throat, it was the heart.
From
He
my
just-
aspect, it's
He just doesn't have one painted on like Kyle Mack. What happened to the Violator here?
Shawn Adams.
Adams?
Shawn Adams.
Oh, a drop kick.
Violator.
And it looks like Shawn Adams is about to. Well, it looked like he was about to do a flying tope out to the floor.
The flying knee. A flying knee.
Was it a flying knee?
It was a flying knee.
All right, I'm just making sure that. Hey, you see, from our vantage point, we can't see what's going on right now.
He's from northern Canada. He says "e" with an accent.
And
Slams the Violator's head. Referee up to 5. One of these men needs to get back in the ring before this becomes a double disqualification or double count out or whatever the heck you call it nowadays. I didn't really worry about it. But John,
Well,
you never wrestled, refs never got it to 10.
because I couldn't count that high.
Couldn't count that
But
high. Education is
A lot of times, Jade was your referee.
Yeah, but she had a really nice behind. So
It makes up for everything, right?
I sucked wind on the mat just to get a good look at her. Violator looks like he's trying to take a shortcut, grabbing the chair, but he's got the crowd's approval. Oh, to the back of Hotshot Shawn Adams. At least I think it was his back.
It might have been his head.
It could have been his head. It could have been his gluteus maximus.
Speaking of Luke,
Haven't seen him in years.
I haven't either.
Oh, nice little headbutt.
Why is it a little headbutt?
Because the Violator didn't really lay that in there. Hey, Big Poppa, get your big bones away from my computer now.
You know, Michael Powell's lost a considerable amount of weight,
Yeah,
so he's really not the big boss anymore. He's just the boss.
all right, you know, he's still pretty big. I guess back then he was the bigger boss.
He was the biggest boss.
He was supersized.
King size.
Supersized back in the day. Shawn Adams is a double drop kick. Pops back in to stop the count. Now choking the Violator.
Isn't that a rule violation?
They're outside the ring. Usually outside the ring, it comes into a true rules. Through rules, you can do almost anything and everything outside of the ring. It's inside the ring that these objects become illegal.
Unless it's a Marty Reed match, and then he can use a chair for the DYG. Whenever you add.
Violator kicks out. Shawn Adams, obviously frustrated.
You know-
Thought this was going to be an easy match. Signed on the dotted line, said, I will violate the Violator.
Well, you see, Shawn Adams has let all the fans know on the crew message board at CREWrestling.com that he had an open contract that anybody could sign.
Violator with a sunset flip and 3.
An offset
Oh my God! Oh my God! We've got a new champion! We've got a new Southern States champion!
The Violator,
Now, with
a
the
virtual. Wait a minute! Wait a minute!
trip,
Back! Back!
Violator,
Back!
and the Violator
Back!
switched it up. Get a
Back!
reversal.
The Violator looks familiar! I know who that is!
You know who the
I just
Violator
figured out who that